Good morning. Hello to the two people in here. Double tap the screen. 7 folks in the room. Double tap the screen. Check out the content. Feel free to drop a subscribe. Nothing fancy this morning. Just woke up, couldn't sleep. Thought I'd throw on a live. Welcome, guys. Welcome in. Feel free to double tap the screen. Drop a comment. Subscribe. Doesn't cost you a dime. We don't ask for money. Double tap that screen, guys. Seven folks in the live. 3 and 0 likes. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome into the chat. How the hell are y'all this morning? Welcome into the chat, guys. Good morning to everybody. Feel free to double tap the screen, drop a comment, hit that subscribe button. Got the 357 Magnum, the Ruger 1022, and the Boss 25 12 gauge, and in the background lit up, you see the Mossberg 500. How do you sleep at night? Where's everybody at this morning? Everybody in bed, sleep still? 17 people in the live. Double tap that screen, drop a comment, check out my content, and leave a subscribe. On my way to 900 subs. Help a brother out. Where you guys viewing from? Guys, please check out the content, hit that subscribe button. On my way to 900 subs, hope to get there today. Just threw up a couple things this morning, just woke up, threw up the Ruger 1022, the 357 Magnum, and the Boss 25 12 gauge on the AR platform, and in the back lit up is the Mossberg 500, and you could barely see the little Henry 22. If you want to know anything about any of them, feel free to ask, drop a comment, double tap that screen. Double tap the screen, guys. Please hit the subscribe button, doesn't cost a dime, and drop some comments. Feel free to drop a comment, even if you hate what you see. Comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Good morning, chat. Are we just going to stare at the screen, not engage at all, no comments, no nothing? Double tap that screen, hit the like and subscribe. What's up, Stremo? Hey guys, can I get a like? Can I get a subscribe? A comment? Something. Thank you very much for the hearts. Double tap the screen. If you look up there, the thumbs up button, make sure it's lit up. All you have to do is double tap the screen. Subscribe. Go check out my content on YouTube, guys. That is a Ruger 1022. That is a Boss 25 12 gauge AR. And that is a 357 Magnum. And in the back, lit up, is the Mossberg 500 and the Henry 22 lever action. And on my side is a Smith & Wesson Shield 9mm. And this is how we roll in the South. This is what we go to sleep with. Jack, lay down. Lay down. My bulldog won't right there. I gotta lay down. But good morning to people who are just joining. Ruger 1022, 357 Magnum, Boss 25 12 gauge, and Mossberg 500 in the background. Just thought I'd jump on for a little while, see who was out here kicking this early in the morning. Focus, what's up? Focus, I see that 904 behind your number. You from the Duval area? You was? Okay, okay. Yeah, I got a lot of people in Duval. South side, only way to be, baby. Oh, you in the 803 now? Yeah. Yeah, I'm only if you from Duval, I was right up 95. Citadel Boss 25, same tungsten Cerakote. I really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, I ended up selling it. I don't get another mat. Yeah, only thing about these Citadels, you got to have the right ammo in it. You got to have, they like hot ammo. You go trying to shoot the Walmart birdshot special and it's not going to fire. It's not going to do anything. I found that out the other day when I went to go do an actual video on it. I thought I had the 1,300 pound gas block in it. I had the 1,600 pounds. So when I tried to shoot it, it essentially just became a bolt action single shot shotgun. It'll fire them, it just won't cycle. So I threw some good old slugs in it and let it go to town. Good morning. 44 people in the chat. Let's double tap that screen, subscribe. Let's get some comments going on, guys. On the table is the Ruger 1022, the 357 Magnum revolver, the Boss 25 shotgun, and then you can see it lit up in the back. That is the Mossberg 500 and the 22 Henry lever action. And on my side is the Smith & Wesson Shield 9mm. Hey guys, go check out the content. Feel free to drop a comment. And if you too have a Boss 25 Citadel shotgun, tell me some things about it. I'm getting ready to do a review. If you think it sucks, tell me it sucks and tell me why. I like to do honest reviews with every opinion I can possibly get. So let me know what you think. By the way, everything's pointed in a safe direction. They have been checked. They are completely safe in the way they are sitting at the moment. Sunday morning, guys. Couldn't sleep, woke up, thought I'd spend my morning with you guys. Can we double tap the screen? Subscribe. I'm on my way to 900 subs. Guys, I never thought I'd get this far. Wasn't planning on getting this far. I appreciate everybody who's helped out with the subscriptions and the likes and the comments over the past couple of weeks, who take the time to watch these lives and who take the time to watch and comment, engage with our shorts that we put up. I really appreciate everybody. Even if you don't subscribe, if you just come in, even the ones who come in with the funny comments and the negative comments, you help. And I do appreciate everybody who engages with the channel. I tell everybody I'm just a nobody from a small town in South Georgia. I got a love for the Second Amendment. I love to teach people about gun safety and correct what I feel is a lot of wrong teaching that people has given over the years. A lot of myths about the gun industry. A lot of people think we're just these crazy people who run around. No, bro. We literally have a love for firearms. We love to share our knowledge. We love to teach about firearms and firearm safety. We love to teach people how to hunt. We love to teach people how to shoot. I love to teach people that these are tools and these are the last thing you grab. We love to teach people how to engage with other people, how to de-escalate a situation first. Try to talk it out. If that don't work, try to walk it out. If that don't work, try to run it out. If that don't work, try to fight it out. After all them avenues have been explored, then you pick up one of these tools. But now that's not every situation. That's just in a normal. If you got somebody who's bound and determined to do people harm, them first couple of points are negated. But Ruger 1022 has got the 25 round BX, what I call the nanner mag in it. It's got, to the right is the Taurus Protector Poly 357 Magnum. Leaning up is the Citadel Boss 25 12 gauge. In the background there you see the Mossberg 500 pump. And you can barely see the barrel of my Henry Custom 22 lever action. Guys, feel free to double tap that screen, hit the like, hit the subscribe, that thumbs up button, make sure that it's lit up. Go get your favorite beverage, take a seat and let's have a conversation. That would be my favorite beverage. "30 people in here. Let's start commenting or I'm going to start singing the Sound of Music, damn it. Double tap that screen, guys. Let's see where y'all from. Where y'all watching from. Oh, guys, it hung up. I am so sorry. Oh, hold on, guys. I just messed up my whole damn live. My whole live just got messed up. How in the hell did that break? Oh well, life goes on, guys. Oops. It's early. Accidents happen. Trying to fix the view to make it better. There we go. I don't know why it's hanging up and I can't see comments. I'm sitting here thinking we got no comments, no engagement, no anything. All better. Sorry about that, folks. I dropped the whole damn camera. Y'all guys feel free to comment. Lay down. Lay down. You done been out. Bulldog woke up, decided he wanted to be aggravating this morning. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Double tap that screen. Shoot me a subscribe. Hopefully, I've had my one for today. Flipped the whole damn phone over trying to deal with this bulldog. You from Russia? You really like the weapons? What do you do? I'm retired. Dark Angel. I raised my 3 grandchildren. But I'm just an average citizen. Tell everybody I'm a nobody from a small town in South Georgia who just has a love for the Second Amendment, who loves to teach about firearms. I do a little bit of gunsmithing. As a hobby. Okay, what's on the table is the Ruger 1022 with the BX 25 round magazine, the Taurus Protector Poly 357 Magnum, the Citadel Boss 25 12 gauge on the AR platform. In the background lit up, you see the Mossberg 500, and you can barely see the barrel of my custom Henry 22 lever action. And on my side, for my everyday today, is my Smith & Wesson Shield Plus 9mm. And then my Hops black gun cleaner there. Because after the live, it's time to get all these things cleaned up, get the internals looking good again, and go dirty them up today. Alex, I appreciate your comments. If you haven't subscribed, go check out the content. I'm on my way to 900 subs. I'd like to get there today. 900 subs. Doesn't cost you a dime. I'll never ask you for money. And I do appreciate everybody who has engaged with the channel over the past couple of weeks. Your comments, your likes. Feel free to share out the content. Go look up some of the other guys that are in this group. Great bunch of guys. Yeah, a lot, Alex, a lot. Here in South Georgia, they are a nuisance. The hunting clubs have paid us to come in and get rid of them. Landowners. And then naturally, I take one a year for the freezer. And I take one deer a year for the freezer. Sometimes two. Guys, if you're just joining in, double tap the screen, hit the subscribe. Once again, I'm on my way to 900 subs. $50 people in the chat. $54 people in the chat. Feel free to drop a comment. Double tap the screen. Shoot us a subscribe. It does not cost you a dime. Oh yeah, Texas? Yeah. I'm just a couple states over. I'm in Georgia. I'm that long ass ride down Interstate 10. And what is it with Texas, bro? Y'all got all the guns and all that, but nobody wants to pave a road. That's the roughest damn road I've ever got on. Oh, what I got going on, Dave Swift? Nothing, man. Just chilling. Ruger 1022, Taurus 357 Magnum, Citadel Boss 25 12 gauge. In the background, you see the old Mossberg pump standing up there, and the custom Henry Lever 22. On my side, it's the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus 9mm. Just woke up, couldn't sleep. None of the other gun tubers were on, so I decided to jump on live. Oh no, we don't sell. YouTube's got some funny rules. You can't discuss like currency or anything like that on live. You can't touch the firearms on live. You can't have your hand in the screen. Oh yeah, I-20 sucks. Alex, I went out from I live in South Georgia, so I had to jump down to Tallahassee, hit 10, and I went out to College Station or Bryan, Texas. I've got a friend who's in the Bryan Federal Female Prison Camp, and I had to take her 2 years ago to turn herself in to start her term, and then I went out a couple of weeks ago to visit. That is a long ride. Yes, it is a Turkish. And Siska, if you know anything about it, please feel free to let me know. I'm doing a review on it, and I like to have people's comments, whether they're negative or good. That is the Turkish, like I was saying, that is the Turkish Citadel Boss 12 gauge. That is the Poly Protector 357 Magnum, the Ruger 1022, and in the back is the Mossberg. Yeah, 17-hour drive. Which we stopped twice on the way there. I stopped in Biloxi, Mississippi, and then I stopped again when I got to Texas, and then I drove on the next day to College Station. Yeah, I found that out when I done my first shots on it. Now, now that I'm running the 1600 foot-pound ammo, it seems to be cycling. All these could be used for self-defense if you had to. But yeah, that Boss 25, now that I've done a few things to it, um, smoothed out a few edges, put the correct ammo in it, the correct gas block in it, it seems to be cycling with no problem. I've got roughly 100 rounds to it right now. But yeah, for me, Alex, I live, I'm 60 miles from Jacksonville, Florida. So I jumped down to Jax, ran over to Tallahassee, and from Tallahassee over to Texas. No, no giveaways, buddy. I'm sorry. You'll find us in the Second Amendment community. We kind of greedy with our toys. We keep them to ourselves. We don't like to get rid of them. We just post them up and talk about them. $60 people in the chat, folks. Double tap that screen. Oh, I love a Benelli. Yeah, she'll be there until at least January. She got sentenced to 60 months. It is a Citadel Boss 25 12 gauge on an AR platform. Yeah, it was actually my best friend's wife. He got killed in a car wreck, and the stuff he done, he was already under federal investigation. And when he passed away, and they sprung their trap, they charged her for what he was doing. So she got 60 months at Bryan Federal Camp in Bryan, Texas. So she lost her husband and got a 60-month prison sentence. So I go up and make sure she's took care of, and wait till she gets out. What about the ATF? Oh, the charges was I'll just put it this way: she got a major RICO charge, and a hmm. Once again, YouTube's funny, guys, so I got to be careful how I word what I'm saying. She got a trafficking, and it got tied into RICO. Oh, the organization that went after her. She was on the FBI's 10 most wanted for like a week before she turned herself in. Oh yeah, fun list to be on. I'm glad I never lived. No, she don't have to. She's took care of where she's at. I'm glad I never had to live that kind of life. One, I enjoy my freedom. I enjoy the right to bear arms. So that always kept me from getting in too much trouble. Hers was an unfortunate thing though. Her husband was my best friend of 30 years, and he always got into stupid shit. He got into the gangs. He got into the. He wanted to be the big man. He wanted to be the next John Gotti. Well, unfortunately, he got killed in a car wreck 2 months before the feds came into town. Well, they had already done what they done, and they were already, caught. The grand jury had already indicted them. And when he got killed, and they come in, they hit her with the Ricos, because it happened in her house, and yes, she was there. But they went ahead and charged her instead, and being that it's the feds and they have a 98% conviction rate, she pled out to 60 months. What's good with y'all? Yeah, that's me. 2A my hobby, man. I sit here like I am now. When I get off live, I'm gonna break these down. I'm gonna clean them just so I go dirty them up when it gets daylight. Yeah, Alonzo, we always had a promise um, to one another that we'd always look after each other's family. And I'd had a heart attack, and been shot, and one of the last conversations me and him had, he said, "Man, if something happened to you, I don't know what I'd do." And we started talking about taking care of each other's family. It wasn't 6 months later he got killed in a car wreck. Oh, it's accurate. And they used to have a thing to where you do 80 to 90% of your time in the Fed. They just dropped it down to where you do 70% of your time now. And then his son joined the military. He's been in about 3, 4 years. We got notice a week ago that his son was killed overseas while deployed in a quote unquote training vehicle accident. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He is. But it goes back to like I was saying, that lifestyle. I tried to keep him out. I set him up in business. Everything I could. He always wanted the streets. When he got out the last time, I went to him and said, "Look, I'll start you a business. Stay clean, keep your nose clean, and I'll teach you." And he done great, but 2 or 3 years, and then like I said, he just went back to the streets. No, he was actually over in Africa somewhere. I don't know exactly where he was, but he was in Africa. Yeah, the military loves to use that training accident. Yeah, it is, Travis. It's a trap. I've got a daughter now who damn well knew better. She grew up watching all the stuff, um, and she waited till she was 27. I'm now raising her 3 children because she's now in that lifestyle, and thank God we've got her in a long term facility. But you know, she's either going to do it or not do it. And I'm 50 years old, starting over raising three small children. That's one reason I do these lives. The way these kids are placed with me, they're under protective custody. Um, so I'm still waiting on childcare to start back up and stuff like that from the summer. So these kids have to be around me 24/7. So I don't get a whole lot of adult conversation. That's why I go on live. Oh yeah, I'm great, man. I love it. Yes, drug addictions have destroyed so many lives, James. You are right. Hey guys, do me a favor. Double tap that screen if you hadn't. Subscribe. I can get on here and talk. Um, we have great conversations. It's not always about guns, but my content is 2A related. James, I appreciate the prayers, bro. I don't get what you're saying, Legion. Everybody, go get your favorite beverage and set a spell. Let's chat. Burkett, brand on what, buddy? If you're asking about the guns, that's the Ruger 1022 with the 25 round PX magazine. That's the Taurus Protector Poly 357. The Citadel Boss 25 12 gauge shotgun. In the background is the Mossberg 500 shotgun. And you can barely see the barrel of my custom Henry 22. Oh, yeah, bro. My grandbabies don't go nowhere near these guns. That's a safe that you see in the background. If I'm not doing a live, everything's in that safe and it's locked up. Oh, okay. Record, I got you. Yeah, it's a brand. I got you now. I didn't know what he was talking about at first. If I don't comment on your comment, guys, it's one of a couple of reasons. I missed it in the chat, or maybe your name or something else. Maybe a word that's a trigger word for YouTube, and I don't repeat it. Um, I had one with the channel handle of basically offing yourself, if you know what I mean, and I would never address him, and he kept getting mad. I was like, look, it's your name, bro. If I repeat that, they're gonna think I'm saying that, and they're gonna end the live. And for those who don't know, we cannot touch the firearms on live. Um, and there's certain things we can't say. So if I change up and I sound like I'm saying something weird, it's because I'm trying to figure out how to word it without getting my live feed killed. 53 people in the room. Guys, double tap that screen. Let's get the likes up. Shoot me a subscribe. Yeah, I know that's why they do it, bro. Oh yeah, yeah. Listen, man, I've got one that's a dedicated troll. He's generally in every live. He has subscribed and he comes in and, I mean, and now he's got to where he actually engages in the conversation. But I don't let him bother me, man. But yeah, I have them ask me to go outside and shoot them to prove that they're. I just watch the content. I'll do shooting videos on content, which is crazy though because YouTube will allow you to put up range videos. They'll allow you to do all that on your content, but you just can't do it on a live. No, that's a Ruger 1022 with the 25 round magazine. That's a Citadel Boss 25 12 gauge shotgun leaning up, a 357 Magnum and a sticky holster, and then in the back is the Mossberg 500 with the 28-inch barrel. And everything I have is in a safe direction. Yeah, a state that allows over 10 rounds. I know which state you talking about. I don't get that either. Once again, I mean, evil people is what does that. And they're going to get their hands on something to achieve their goal regardless. It doesn't matter what they use. If they're bound and determined to do stuff like that, they're going to find a way. It's us civilians that pay that price. That's what I'm saying. Burkhead, there you go. A SAR 9, M&P Shield Compact, and 38 Special. I love my M&P Shield Plus. That's what's on my side right now. That goes with me everywhere. And once again, though, 10 rounds, you get the job done. I mean, it sucks that they limit you, but at least you have that. We're not like some places. I talk to people all over the world, and I hear them say that they don't have anything. Ricardo, I get what you're saying. That's another thing that gets me. They're changing gun laws to 21 years old. You go join the military and fight for your country at 18, but you can't own a firearm. That's kind of crazy to me too. Yeah, some of them could be pretty amped up. Yep. The one I was in, I ended it in 2 rounds. But I also, it was to me, was a miracle situation. I was literally laying on top of a 4-year-old child that ran out of my store. They are put away. Yusef, you see them sitting there. But yeah, I ran outside. I was on video. I was the store clerk, and guy had already hit 2 people in the parking lot. I ran. It shows me run out. I jump on top of the kid, and I'm yelling, "Don't!" You know. And he was reloading, and that 357 you see sitting right there. I fired off 2 rounds. That ended the whole thing. They held me on the sidewalk behind the yellow tape for about 2.5 hours. They kept my 2 rounds that I had, my spent casings. They kept that, and that was it. 24 people in the chat. Hey, double tap that screen, subscribe, comment. Burkett, that was one of 3 that I'd been in. I've got content on my page, Aftermath, of course, of one where we saved a 88-year-old neighbor. 2 people ran in on her, trying to do an armed invasion, and all the neighbors came to her rescue. And I was a taxi cab driver for over 20 years, so we ran into some situations in the cab quite a few times. That's what I'm saying, Perky. I'm like, hey, I'm a magnet to that stuff. That's why I tell people I'm always strapped. I go to the bathroom strapped. I'm like that YouTube short. I go to the kitchen strapped. I walk into the mailbox strapped. Everywhere I go, I'm carrying. because I just got that unfortunate luck to where that shit finds me. Cab story, real quick. Taxi cab story. Local car lot owner, his son just got a brand new Tahoe, and he wanted to celebrate. Well, he took a couple buddies, and I drove them to Savannah, Georgia, an hour away for his birthday. Well, the one dude brought this 40 with him. When he was sober, I told him to put it in the glove box, lock it up. Well, I guess he didn't listen. Um, and we all get in the truck, in the parking garage, go to leave, and I hear him racking the slide. And I go to turn around to tell him don't, and all you hear, pop. Well, naturally, I knew what it was. I reached back, snatched it, dropped the mag, racked the slide, threw it up underneath my seat. Well, there was a parking lot garage officer sitting in the uh, parking garage. Told him the truck backfired. We get halfway down the road. We can't figure out why the window won't roll up. When we got out, somehow that bullet hit my seat, went around me, went through the door, busted the window on this brand new Tahoe. Later on, Alex had looked at me and he said, man, you didn't jump, you didn't flinch, you didn't anything. I said, bro, I didn't have time. He done fired one shot through the seat. I wasn't trying to get a second one. Yeah, room looks like an armory. Yeah, mine does at certain times when I open the other safe and I bring everything out and I'm cleaning. I have far more than this. This is just what I put out today. I don't do a whole lot of my, like, for instance, my Gold Cup 1911 or my Kimbers. I don't pull out a lot of the higher end stuff because I run a budget channel. I want to teach people they can protect themselves on a budget. I feel like if you start throwing out, as a budget channel, you start throwing out $3,000 guns, you lose connection with your audience. Yeah, you definitely can't freeze. In the situations I've been in, had I froze, I'd have been got every time. I have been fortunate in a lot of, not just firearms, so in a lot of ways. Massive heart attack that should have took me out. Um, Sugar diabetes, having 900 sugars. I mean, this is stuff that I've dealt with. Now I'm 50 years old, healthier than I was when I was 18. Lost 200 pounds. Got 100% healthy. But it's by the grace of God or luck or whatever you want to call it that I'm still here. Thank you, Burkett. That means a lot, bro. And like I said, to everybody who has watched this channel, who has hit the likes, who have hit the subs, who have took the time to comment, I can't tell you how grateful I am. Um, Also, if you have channels, put your channels down so people can follow y'all. Also, if you have content or whatever, and you want to build your channel up, we have a group, and we all kind of support each other on these lives. Um, they'll jump on your channel, they'll make comments, they'll help share out your content. Great group of Second Amendment guys. You got a lot of crazies out there and that try to preach and indoctrinate you. That's not what we do. And then you got the channels that are fanboys of certain products and they're going to push only that product and only that name. I don't do that. I tell you, all I care is that you get something you're comfortable with, you train with it, and that you will use if you need to. That's what's important to me. I don't care what you carry. I just want you to carry. Oh yeah, Burkhead, I appreciate the engagement tonight, bro. And anytime I'm live, man, come on. I mean, You're welcome anytime, brother. And on that note, I'm at 56 minutes. I try to stay about an hour, and then I end my lives. I try not to go over an hour most times. If you go much over an hour, and sometimes it don't want to load. Appreciate that like, whoever just liked it. But anyway, you guys stay strapped. Keep one in the tube. Be sure to train and tell a friend about the channel. And you guys be blessed.